Anglican Church in Nigeria must curb the Anglican communion of the scandal that is bedeviling it as of today. Anglican Church Nigeria has been bedeviled by rascality and scandal, courtesy of politicians. Why is it that Anglican Church Nigeria has decided to hand over the pulpit, the Anglican pulpit, to Nyesom Wike to use as a pulpit, as a media, as a channel for his political rascality? People go to church to seek solemn, for solemn purposes, to seek the face of God. But these days, when you get to Anglican Church, you will find Nyesom Wike on the pulpit with mic, saying all manner of rubbish, while the congregation are meant to sit under him and listen to that. They sit under torture to listen to Nyesom Wike. When he was the governor of Rivers State, it was St. Peter's Anglican Church and some other branches. What does he do? He gives them money. How much? When did Anglican Church turn to a money-making venture? That every day they will open their doors to Nyesom Wike. He will give them money in the name of Thanksgiving, because he always say he has come for Thanksgiving. And the church is always happy for his magnanimity, because he will come to Thanksgiving with a huge amount of sums of money. And by the time he finish, they hand over the mic to him. So after his rascality, his corruption, he will come to Anglican Church to legitimize it. They will give him mic. He will legitimize all the rascality and corruption, all his evil practices. Anglican Church pulpit is the place that Wike goes to legitimize it. Now he's a minister in Abuja. He has moved it to St. James Anglican Church at Sokoro. That these days he comes, I want to do Thanksgiving. He gives, the Thanksgiving will be very huge. By the time he's done, the vicar in charge will give him the microphone. He will begin to vomit rubbish. The congregation will watch helplessly. Many people have stopped attending St. James Anglican Church at Sokoro, because the vicar have decided to turn the pulpit to Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike just did media, he did one media chat. Then he was in Channels TV. It was not enough for him. He had to go to the church where they legitimize all his evil practices. In the same Abuja, teachers are on strike. A lot of teachers have not been paid for months. They are on strike. Yet the vicar found Nyesom Wike worthy of praising the pulpit, the church pulpit. Every day we have been saying that the church is conniving with politicians to impoverish the people, to impoverish Nigeria. That there is this collabo between religious leaders and the church. Many people keep doubting. Here is it. But the case of Anglican Church has become particularly worrisome. And it's time for the primate of Anglican Church to remove Anglican Church from this scandal. His royal, what is he called? Reverend Henry Chukudubem. This is the opportunity for you to save Anglican Church from this rascal. Why is it each time Anglican Church you hand over your microphone, your pulpit to Nyesom Wike to desecrate the church? To desecrate the church in the name of Thanksgiving. If Nyesom Wike want to do a media chat, he has media houses to go. But no, he will come to Anglican Church and the vicar will give him the mic, give him the pulpit to stand and say all manner of rubbish and evil. And the people are subjected to torture listening to him. And many people are avoiding the churches. Nyesom Wike. The primate of Anglican Church must do something. This scandal has gone too long unchecked. He started it from Rivers State. Now he has moved it to Abuja. What is the church doing with Thanksgiving? How much is Nyesom Wike giving you? Has the church suddenly become money venture, business center, where people bring business? They come Thanksgiving. It is shameful. It is shameful. And if you ask some of the vicar in charge, say, and when he come, we were preaching, we said things to touch him. What did you say that make you hand over your pulpit to a politician, a corrupt politician, an evil politician that everybody knows? Even in your backyard in Abuja, you know that teachers have been on strike, they have not been paid. You see all those things. Nyesom Wike comes, you give him your mic, you go and sit down. He used the Anglican Church pulpit and mess it up. Mess it up. And you wonder why people don't take you serious. This is the reason. He has moved that rascality from River State, relocated to Abuja. And the church is still, the primate is still tolerating this thing. You watch. Because many people will not come. Many people will not attend that church. Many people have stopped. I know people who have told me they stopped going there. What kind of rubbish is that? Anglican primates. Reverend Henry Chukudubem. Please, save an Anglican church from this scandal. It is shameful. It is shameful. I don't know how much, whichever branch, how much what they are doing with money that they will use because of the lay of money and submit the church pulpit and mic to Nyesom Wike to continue to desecrate the church and say all manner of rubbish inside the church. Some of the things that Nyesom Wike is not able to say in media houses, he is able to say it inside Anglican church. Go and check his clip. Go to River State, check all the clips of Nyesom Wike, the talks he gave in the pulpit in Anglican church. Most of the things he said there, he is not able to say it in media houses. Go and check the one he said today in Abuja, St. James, Abuja. Most of the things he said there, he's not able to say it in media houses, but he's able to say it on the pulpit of Anglican church. He's able to say those things. Things that media houses do not allow him to say in their media house. Anglican church allows him to say it on their pulpit. It is shameful. It is shameful. It's time for Anglican church to cut this madness, this scandal. What is Anglican church looking for? We are talking that people are suffering in Nigeria. After he commits all his evil, he comes to Anglican church. Anglican church will legitimize it, spiritualize it. Because that's why he comes. To legitimize what he's doing. Shameful. Shame on the primate of Anglican church. Shame. If you are aware. If you are aware. But I don't think you should be unaware. Because at your position, you should know what is going on in Nigeria. You should know when a minister visits your church and what he's saying. You should stop this rascality. Nyesom Wike is desecrating Anglican church, turning Anglican church to a child's play by using his pulpit to vomit what he cannot vomit elsewhere, and the church is allowing it. Shameful.
We have a minister of the Federal Capital Territory who has done, some projects, who has spent about 11 days launching projects, and the president attended it. And then he goes to church. And he goes to church to go and masturbate, to engage in a process of self-adulation. I find that very childish, and that's why we'll question it. Now, let's make the point that this constitution that we talk about says in section 10 that there shall be no state religion in any part. So, Nyesom Wike going to church to go and have a song and a dance is in violation of that part. He's not going there in his personal capacity. He's taking the whole machinery of the FCT to church to go and celebrate projects. Some of these churches, the church that he went to is St. James's Anglican Church. We call out the priest in that church this morning.
Correct.
Some of these priests, whether they are Anglican or Catholic, should also have the common sense to be able to say that certain things are not acceptable, no matter the amount of money that whether government official is bringing in a public capacity. Maybe they should give this priest also the Constitution of Nigeria to run, to understand that there is what is right, there is what is not right. Number two, who else will Nyesom Wike not abuse in this country? We are waiting for the day we abuse President Tinubu, and we'll be here to tell President Tinubu that we warned you that this person, the way he's going, he is going to abuse you one day when the occasion provides itself. He has abused Sapita Odili. He has abused Rotimi Amechi. He has abused who else now? Dele Momodu. So, and that's why a man like Dele Momodu is saying some of these people in government, they should take a breathalyzer test. I think that's what they call it in America.
Yes, that's what
some people are saying they should take psychiatric tests. So why should public officials just talk out of turn?
Right.
Now he's attacking Rotimi Amechi's wife, that she's this and that. Look, how does a wife get into the subject? And he's going about saying his father was a director of major companies. Who cares? Whether his father was a mechanic or a vulcanizer, that's not what we're talking about.
All right.
He has a job as minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Can all of these people just focus on that? My wife is richer than your wife. My father is richer than your father. This is why I said this morning that there should be IQ tests.
Yes.
For the people that we send into government. If you don't have basic intelligence, don't just go near power and don't disturb properly educated people with my wife is better than your wife, my father is better than your wife, I'm riding a Rolls Royce, I have money, I bought it with my money. Is that the kind of level of sophistication or intelligence or integrity that Nigerians should be confronted with? We have to say it.
Yes.
I end by saying that President Tinubu should beware. He should pay more attention to the character of the people that he puts in a very important position. I don't want to hear about your wife. I don't care. I don't care whether your wife is an industrialist or your wife is this and that. I don't want to know whether your father is a millionaire or a billionaire.
All right.
I want to assess you on the basis of the assignment that you have been given.
Right.
Can these people grow up? How can we put children in important positions?
Dr. Bati on fire. Sorry, Rufai, go ahead.
Oh.
Quickly.
Okay, I will not be quick.
You have to be because we have other stories.
Oh yeah, quickly.
Okay. Time here.
Okay.
Yes.
Where should I start from first? The church.
The church.
Is it the desecration of the church?
Yes.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that the church is now being desecrated. Fela sang one song. You can dance with me this morning.
All right.
Bishop na miliki, Pope na ejebe, Imam na baladu. Bishop na miliki, Pope na ejebe, Imam na baladu. Bishop, you enjoy
Rufy. Somebody say parara. Rufai, go ahead.
So Fela sung that song
Yes.
long ago. So I'm not surprised that the altar of God is being desecrated. I'm not surprised. I'm a man of faith. My faith is the cornerstone of my life. And when I see the altar of God being turned into a political rally ground, I know as a man of faith and the spirit that that's not the discernment of the kind of anointing I want. That's the political anointing that came on him while he was there on the pulpits. And it is sad, the aberration that is happening in our house of God. Secondly, Oji, the question asked is indicative of the state where Nigeria is today. Two politicians were asked, how did you make your money?
That's what the questions though.
They couldn't give a coherent answer. They couldn't plot a timeline.
And then Amechi said that.
I mean, with that, a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of messages about people that went to school with these people that have been debunking all the things they have said.
Okay.
They couldn't plot an empirical timeline of what they were before getting into power. They couldn't say, in the interest of accountability, they should release their code of conduct filings before they got into power and out of power. It was a question that threw them off balance, and they muffled it because it speaks volumes of the accountability sector in the country. And that's why I dare them to release the kind of wealth they have before they got into politics and power. Secondly, President Tinubu, like Minister Wike said, please release that forensic report.
This is it, yes.
But let me use this opportunity to tell us, particularly the church, he nearly made the worst mistake in 2023. We have to be very, very careful this time around. Very, very careful. He took a decision that would have cost some of us our future. Ask us question. We are the politicians. You have to be careful of what they tell you. And if that thing had happened, some of us wouldn't have been here today. So if you want us to educate you, call us. You have people like Senator Mao have one in this church. I hear Senator Magnus Habe is a member of this church. Call them. What is going on? What is going on? They'll be able to educate you. Don't allow people with propaganda, blackmail. They're at it again. Now see what happened. The Bola Ahmed International Conference Center. You know, there are people who are running it. They were paying to government 50 million naira every year. These are people who want to rescue Nigeria. When we went there, the president said, look, this is an eyesore. That this is not the quality, this is not the Nigeria we should present. And we shut the place down. And within 6-7 months, we have rehabilitated the International Conference Center. But you know the shocking thing? the man who was running it from Adamawa was paying to government 50 million naira a year. But in 3 weeks that we just renovated it, we have made over 700 million. This is paying to the coffers of government 50 million a year. But in 3 weeks, we have made over 700 million. The same people who will come and tell you they will rescue Nigeria. 700 million in 3 weeks. And that is the kind of thing they want. When you say no, you will not allow that. They paint you all kind of pictures and tell you stories. People have opportunity to be in government for several years, 8 years, 20 years. People have opportunity to bring facilities and infrastructures to their states. They didn't do it. That time Nigerians were not angry. It's only now that they are not in office that Nigerians are angry. If I say that, look, we want to rescue Nigeria, what you should ask me, when you had the opportunity, what happened? If you ask me today, when I was governor of the United States, what happened? I'll be able to say, yes, I did this, I did this, I did this. And today in FCT, I'm doing this, I did this, I will continue to do this. Well, yeah. People are bombing trains going to Kaduna. Was it under the administration of Bola Tinubu that the trains were bombed? That time they didn't rescue Nigeria. Well, yeah. This scam of oil subsidy was President Tinubu, the president of Nigeria then. And somebody has come to say, no, this coming enough is enough. We can't continue. Few people making money out of Nigeria. Today, look at the allocation, the funding that's going to states. I was a governor. I never had more than 14 billion naira a month. But today, some states are getting over 50 billion every month. The country was dead. It will take challenges, it will take hard decisions to be made. We are aware that we have challenges. 2 years of a country that was run down. And we expect miracle worker. It's not prayer where you say somebody is sick, in the name of God I heal you. No, it doesn't work that way. So many things will have to be put right before you begin to see the positive result. Okay, judge from FCT, like you are saying, what happened in the last 8 years of them that nothing was moving on in FCT? You are now confessing the changes because you have a government that is determined to make changes. If the Bola Tinubu government is not interested, it will be the same thing. But because it's interested to say, this is not the kind of capital we should have. This is not the kind of city Nigeria should be boasting of. We have to be like other cities in the world. Therefore, give his ministers a marching order, see that things are working. Yes, we've not finished, well, we cannot say we've completely changed Abuja, but you can see that the processes, the steps being taken to put Abuja where it's supposed to be. Like you said before, all these areas, the roads, AYA, you hardly. But today is a different thing. And I can assure you in the next 1 year, you will see what will happen as far as Abuja is concerned. All these things is because the president is committed. If he's not committed, I won't get the money. If he's not committed, we'll still be talking about single treasury account. It will be difficult, very difficult. All I appeal to the church, just be patient and continue to pray for Mr. President, for the administration. Forget about people who have lost their chances to put Nigeria right. They won't have the chance again. Look, ask yourself a question. Just ask yourself. I was a Senate president for 8 years, for example. And I cannot provide road to my local government or to work. And I will fly a helicopter to go to Otubo. 8 years. Now, is that they say you want to rescue Nigeria. Which Nigeria are you rescuing? Rescuing that you were 8 years as Senate president? Somebody was speaker for 8 years. Governor, 8 years. Minister, 8 years. He didn't know Nigerians were angry. It's just these 2 years he left office. He are telling Nigerians that Nigerians are angry. Why wouldn't they be angry? When in 8 years as Minister of Transportation, you borrow so much money from China, making us to be highly indebted. You have borrowed the future of Nigerians. You say Nigerians are angry. They are angry with you. They are angry with you. Here, you are Attorney General of the Federation for 8 years. Every time we are paying for judgment debt. How many times Nigeria, every time on the news about corruption. 8 years. What happened? These are the same people that want to rescue Nigerians. You are Minister for Interior here. To go and get a international passport, you will spend weeks and months and years before you get the international passport. But look at a young boy. See what you have done. Within hours, you got your international passport. And yet, you come and tell us Nigerians are angry. Nigerians are angry with you for not making it possible for us to have an international airport international passport as quickly as possible. Nigerians are angry with you. Nigerians are what? Angry with you. How can Nigerians not be angry with you? Today, in 1999, you are in this party. In 2006, you are another party. In 2014, you moved to another party. In 2019, you came back to another party. That 2025, you are moving to another party to rescue who? You want to rescue your stomach. It's not Nigeria you want to rescue. So let's tell ourselves the simple truth. Some of you have sympathy for somebody you don't know. I'll say it. And that's where he nearly made us to make a mistake. He said P2B will be president. President where? Some of you don't know somebody just out of emotion. For 8 years, he was governor. He never conducted local government election. Never. That and Nigerians were not angry. Nigerians were happy that he refused to conduct local government election. 8 good years, you were governor. That one was democracy. That one you define it to be democracy. Only you, governor of all the local government. And none of you ask questions. Now they will come out and begin to talk. Democracy is not working. But it worked under your own. Staying alone. To be chairman of local government, to be governor, only one man. The time has passed. They won't have the opportunity again. You say you form coalition for 18 months, which means the president was in office for 6 months. You start forming a coalition. They cannot stay out of power. Unfortunately, they have stayed out. They will come back. They will not come back. If Tinubu's government will not work, I will not support. I will not do what? Support. I know it will work. Yes, he has challenges, but these are the things he met on ground here. And these are the things he's trying to, not that he was in government. No. No. So, I just let me use this opportunity. I will support the church, but it's good to let you know the truth. Let nobody come and deceive you. You heard what I said last time. Ordinarily, I wouldn't have said that. Somebody said because his wife is an industrialist. So the wife will sponsor him to be president as industrialist. We saw all the industries everywhere. Yet Nigerians are angry when we have a lot of industries. May God bless them. May God forgive them for what, because they don't know what they are doing. Challenge us in Abuja, whether Abuja is working or Abuja is not working. Challenge us. And thank you. Senator Omar will talk to you about what will support the church. You know, we're being careful these days not to make public before they will carry it and say something else. But the truth of the matter is that we are serving everybody. Everybody. I'm not a member of your church. You say I'm a member. I'm not a member. So don't say I'm a member. I'm a member of all the churches. I'm a member of all the mosques. So I'm not a member of only your own church, you know. I will not agree. Don't tie me to your church. Any day I want to go to another church, I will go. If I want to go to a mosque, I will go. I will support them because we are all Nigerians. Thank you.
Welcome back to Local Journal, my people. I don't really know what is wrong with this man called Wike. To be honest, the pulpit should not be a place you desecrate or a place you come for political tantrum. If you want to throw political jab, look for other platforms to do that. But bringing it and coming to the pulpit to always talk about your opponent or people who are not in the same political ideology with you is unfair and is uncalled for. You are desecrating the pulpit. If we want people to respect our religion and we want people to respect the church, we should not create that as an avenue for this kind of rubbish in the church because it's not making any sense. The pastors or the priests that are enabling this is not good at all. They have to have a rethink about all these things. Inviting politicians or using the pulpit that is meant to promote the gospel for political tantrums and political words and all of that is not okay at all. It won't make anybody respect us as a Christian. Now you're on the pulpit campaigning against Obi, campaigning against other candidates that are gearing up for 2027 election. You're not even the person that is going to contest and you're not even in the APC. But it's because your principal who had given you this position is going to be on the ballot come 2027, You are doing everything as well to satisfy your own stomach, thereby discrediting other candidates that are interested in contesting. We are in democracy, and if anybody wants to contest, they are free to contest. It's not as if you'll be going about insulting them or maybe speaking as if you are a child. I cannot take it from Wike because he's actually doing a lot in Abuja, and to be honest, he's one of the best minister of FCT we've had, and he should focus on the Abuja thing and do the work he's supposed to do there instead of trying to demonize other candidates that are gearing up for 2027 election. All we want is a healthy competition between Tinubu and other aspirants that will be aspiring, not like trying to create a divide or trying to use the church as a political tool to like kind of put your assertion out there. The same thing you are accusing Peter Obi of doing is the same thing you are trying to do here, because you're using the pulpit to campaign for Tinubu. You are using the pulpit to like blackmail other contestants or aspiring contestants. It doesn't make any sense. Kindly drop your opinion in the comment section, and if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel.